So the vision is to build a bridge between the developed markets where Muslims save and between the developing markets where Muslims usually they need funding options, where they need financing, right? Next. So the roadmap, there are two apps. The first one is Iman Neo, which is basically the local app, and Iman Invest, which is basically the global savings app. So once we, next year, once we solve the problem in retail credit or in shopping, then we move on to car finance, house finance, the bigger ticket items, where the combination of these two products even have a more impact. Next, please. So the last one, the team. We have a really strong team, ex-MasterCard, ex-LexisNexis. Our team built algorithms for Klarna, for Bank of America, for HSBC. Our chief risk and data officer is an AI engineer, ex-Cambridge. I myself, ex-Oxford, did a little bit of banking, investment banking at IFC, IMG, started the career at EY. Our chief product is ex-MasterCard, built several banks in CIS, and right now we are united. Baraka is in partnerships, and we are looking for, number one, the venture capitalists that want to join our mission. Number two, the banks that want to integrate our solution into their ecosystem so that we bring them savings and we take whatever only we need for the financing part, right? And thirdly, we are looking for amazing professionals, amazing people to join our team. Thank you. The last thing to say, I'm here till the end of the day. We'll be really happy to meet people and talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Weston. Okay, I'll do 1 minute summary and then maybe we take 2-3 questions. We know that we're trying to make up a bit of time here, but on the summary, I think what you will have heard today on the state of fintech is that it creates some very interesting opportunities, and the opportunities are driven by the fact that it opens access where access is not always available or has not been historically available. It speeds transactions and it speeds access to finance. Provides certainty where certainty has not existed with those who haven't been able to face banking, either conventional or Islamic. And of course, the goal of fintech is simplicity, speed, ease of transaction, simplicity. This is a very interesting space, a growing space. You can see the opportunity here, as we all can. And ultimately, the conclusion of all these things are it provides agency, provides choice to people who may otherwise not have choices in their personal lives that they would like to take, which meet their cultural, their community, their religious principles. And this provides agency, something that's been missing when the only opportunities or options that you have out there are driven by a system outside your own system. As Mr. Weston said, this also can encourage a certain type of behavior in young people. Some parts of the world, young people load up their credit cards, don't need much of what they have, and are stuck with debt and credit card interest payments and so forth. This provides almost an angle on responsible financial management, which has also been a potential education tool. So let's take 2-3 questions if there are any, otherwise, and for the panel members, otherwise we can always have discussions in the coffee break. So let's just open it up for anybody with a particular question for either of our panel members. And I think if not, chase them down during the coffee and we'll go from there. Mr. Mohammed. Thank you. I'm so sorry, there's a question. Is there a microphone available? Can we make one available? Probably voice, but we'll
Yes.
provide some fintech microphones for you.
Great. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Mustafa Ishaq. And my question really is to Rustam. What wonderful Rustam, right? Yes, I really appreciate the initiative you're taking, especially starting with something out of Uzbekistan. But my question is more about the regulatory landscape that would enable you, from that part of the world, access other parts of the world. I understand Uzbek has a bit of a close financial regulatory system as compared to, say, others in the region. But then you have a very good base, large Muslim population. So I just want a bit of an insight as to how the regulatory landscape in that place is helping your venture. That's it.
Thank you, brother, for the question. So in terms of the regulation, we are regulated like any other, let's say, neobank in two sides, right? The savings and the financing, right? In Uzbekistan, the landscape is a little bit different. On the financing side, we are not regulated because we are a trading company, right? Trading means we are buying the, let's say, the phone or the notebook or laptop, and then we resell it, right? That's on the financing side. On the saving side, we are partnering with the banks, right? We, like a Revolut, right, or any other neobank, we partner with the bank. We share their license in order to get the savings. We take, on the front end side, we take the savings as Iman Invest. On the back side, it's the banks, right, funding. And we take as a two-tier mudaraba. So it's a mudaraba for the bank, then we take the second tier mudaraba for whatever we need for financing the trading operations, right? So for us, it's not a balancing game. It's additional savings for the bank, and for us, it's the working capital for financing the transactions, right? That's how it works, and that's how we plan to scale globally, partnering with the local banks, partnering with the insiders, with the local champions, right? On both sides. For example, in UAE, the BNPL is the regulated, right? So maybe you can apply for the license. But on the savings side, we always partner with the bank because we see that as the best strategy. Thank you.
One more question, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Dear Rustam, your presentation was very nice and informative. I would like to know what is the response to your application within public. If they are aware properly, they can understand your application, they can use their application. How is the response from the public?
Brother, thank you very much for kind words. So currently in Uzbekistan, we've got a community already that use our apps or saw the apps, right? What we are doing, we are receiving so many, exciting words to us and support from the community, so that we even get even more motivated, and that's you can see in our traction, in our retention rates. For example, if you say metrics, every saver that put the money with us, 75% they top up in every 3 months. So the retention rates are really good. That's you can see on the saving side, and on the regulatory side, I would say that there is a support as well. In terms of introducing Islamic banking regulation, but I think that there our regulators can work a little bit faster.
Thank you.
Well, thank you everyone for this amazing session. I would now request Ms. Jonica San Paswal from Fly Manila Private Jet Services to please come on stage to facilitate our panelists. Please give it a big round of applause. I would request Mr. Khairul Anwar bin Mohammed Noor to please come on stage. Okay. Moving forward, Mr. Srinivas Chalapati. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Next, I would call upon Mr. Rustum Rakhmatau. I'm so sorry for the announcement. Please come on stage. Thank you so much for joining, sir. Now I would request Mr. Timothy Nalendra please to join, and thank you so much for giving an amazing session. We would like to continue with the group photograph, and I would request Mr. Mohammed Zubair to please join us for the group photograph. Mr. Mohammed Zubair to please join us on stage for a group photo.
हाँ जी उसी से आज से भी मैंने सुबह से उसी पोर्ट में लगाई हुई थी वो क्या
Thank you so much for all the panelists for joining us today.
वो एकदम चलते चलते बंद हो गया सिस्टम मैं इधर क्या तो खड़ा मैं लाइट से बंद हो गया तो देखा तो सिस्टम बंद हो लग गया आज भी वो सुबह से किलकिल डाली थी ऐसी.
Coming up next, we have the next panel for Islamic FinTech and Blockchain. That is a match made in heaven. To start this session, I would please call upon Mr. Muhammad Salman Anjum, founder and CEO of Invoice Made Tech Limited UAE. I would also request him to moderate the session.
Good day, everyone. So I'd also like to invite my all distinguished panelists. So with us, Mr. Zach, Shah, you guys, Ibrahim, and also if you guys can join us on stage. So how we'll do this 1 hour session on blockchain. I'll do a quick keynote, and then I'll ask Mr. Zach to do another one, and we will be sharing more of our use cases on blockchain for Islamic FinTech. And then of course we have this panel discussion that will be further about blockchain, its use cases around FinTech in general, and specifically for the Islamic FinTech as well. So let's start with this first thing, that is the blockchain-powered fintech. And as I've already shared, I'll be keeping it more on the education side, awareness side, how blockchain and Islamic fintech are married with each other. So this will be the chain of discussion since we are talking about blockchain. So first, an easy understanding of blockchain, why blockchain, connection between the Islamic blockchain and Islamic fintech and the blockchain. And lastly, a case study on InvoiceMate that can give you how we as InvoiceMate are using blockchain and AI to enable the different value propositions in fintech. First, what's the normal image? When you think about blockchain, the normal image that comes to the 99% of the people is about Bitcoin, pumps and dumps in the trading side of the cryptocurrencies. Yes, that's the normal image, but I would like to, the best key takeaway from today's session is that if we can change this normal perception about blockchain into the actual one, and that is that yes, it is one of the reality of blockchain, that it enables cryptocurrencies, but the cryptocurrencies are also projects. Cryptocurrencies are also bringing some value proposition, not just for the digitization, but on the economic side as well. So, if we see, there are two sides of the coin. The first side is, of course, the cryptocurrency enablement by the blockchain. Then the second very important side is the enterprise blockchain. Our one distinguished panelist, Nipun, will discuss it more on the B2G side, how blockchain is enabling government-based enterprise digitization solution, and at the same time, we are going to release some of the financial services-based blockchain solutions. So it's a technology. It's not just cryptocurrency. It's not just the trading side of it, pumps and dumps of the side. So we have to reimagine blockchain, and that is the real reimagination. It's a database, of course, more secure, immutable, many other things without going to the death. And just like internet helps you open your Talabat, open your Uber, Kareem, etc. Similarly, blockchain also enables apps, more secure apps to work. So it's a purely a Web 3.0. So there's evolution of internet. So it's a real evolution of the internet that enables a secured kind of financial services. So pure value proposition or core value proposition of the blockchain is it's a primary value for the trust. So just like AI gives you the proposition of the efficiency, productivity, IoT gives you connectivity, then you have big data for the analytics, and blockchain is for the trust. It is for the transparency and trust. Is it a match? Yes, it is a perfect match for the Islamic fintech. How come